In the world of WWE, nothing is ever certain, and the landscape can change in the blink of an eye. The latest tremor to shake the foundation involves the duo of Karrion Kross and Scarlett. As of today, August 10, 2025, their contracts with WWE have officially expired, a development that has sent ripples of speculation throughout the WWE universe. They have both been moved to the alumni section on WWE's official website, a digital graveyard where active careers are laid to rest. This move usually signals a definitive end, a final curtain call for a superstar's time with the company. But this is WWE, and you can never say never. We've seen these things before, and sometimes it's all part of a larger, more elaborate plan. The question on everyone's mind is simple: is this real, or is it a work? Could this be an elaborate storyline designed to bring Kross back with more menace than ever before? It's a tantalizing possibility. Imagine Kross, unburdened by a contract, appearing as a true renegade, a force of chaos operating outside the system. This kind of narrative could inject a much-needed dose of unpredictability into the main event scene. On the other hand, it could be a straightforward business decision, a failure to agree on terms. If that's the case, it represents a significant loss of two unique and compelling performers who brought a dark, cinematic quality to SmackDown. While we wait for the hourglass to reveal the future for Kross and Scarlett, another departure has been confirmed, this time from the ranks of NXT and the broader WWE landscape. Ashanti Theodonis, a charismatic and athletic talent known for his time with Hit Row, has officially announced his exit from the company. He confirmed the news himself on social media, bringing an end to his tenure. Adonis showed flashes of brilliance and had a connection with the audience, but for one reason or another, things never fully clicked on the main roster. His departure is a reminder of how competitive the environment is and how difficult it can be to find your footing. This kind of roster turnover is a constant in WWE. It creates opportunities for others to step up, but it also leaves fans wondering what could have been. For every superstar who reaches the pinnacle, there are countless others who, despite their talent, are left on the outside looking in. Ashanti's exit is a stark example of this reality. He possesses the tools to succeed elsewhere, and we will undoubtedly see him pop up on the independent scene or in another major promotion. His story underscores the high-stakes nature of this business, where a career can change direction in an instant, leaving a void that someone else is always eager to fill. Amidst the comings and goings, the WWE champion Cody Rhodes remains a constant, a bedrock of stability at the top of the mountain. Rumors have been swirling about his schedule, particularly with his upcoming role in the Street Fighter movie. Many assumed the American Nightmare would need to take a hiatus to pursue his Hollywood dreams. However, it has been confirmed that Rhodes will not miss a single WWE event. The film isn't scheduled to begin shooting until September of next year, ensuring that our champion remains a full-time fixture on SmackDown and at all major premium live events, including the upcoming Clash in Paris. This dedication is what separates the good from the great. In other main event news, Drew McIntyre has never been one to mince words, and his latest target is none other than the legendary John Cena. McIntyre has been vocal about his desire for a one-on-one match with Cena for years, and now he's adding fuel to the fire. In a recent interview, the Scottish Warrior lambasted Cena's recent heel turn, calling it terrible and hypocritical. McIntyre is weaving a compelling narrative, positioning himself as the man to expose Cena as someone who has compromised his hustle, loyalty, and respect mantra. He's building towards a potential final match for Cena, a high-stakes encounter that could define both of their legacies. Speaking of complex characters, get ready for a deep dive into the psyche of R-Truth. WWE is reportedly embarking on a fascinating new storyline for the beloved veteran. We are about to witness a split-personality angle, where the fun-loving comedic R-Truth will be at war with his more serious, aggressive alter ego, Ron Killings. This idea has been teased recently, especially after a segment where he seemed to make peace with John Cena, only to show flashes of a darker side. This is a brilliant move, allowing Truth to showcase his incredible range as a performer, moving beyond pure comedy into something more dramatic and unpredictable for the fans. This new direction for R-Truth could be one of the most intriguing character studies we've seen in years. It allows for a level of depth that is often reserved for main event storylines. Will he be a friend or a foe? The answer could change from one moment to the next. Down in NXT, another character evolution is underway, as Carmelo Hayes is slated for a babyface turn. After a somewhat underwhelming run as a heel, especially in his recent storyline with The Miz, this change is being welcomed by many. The fans have always wanted to cheer for Melo, and this shift could be exactly what he needs to unlock his full potential on the main roster. The WWE Universe loves a good surprise, and it doesn't get much bigger than the return of a beloved legend. Former WWE Women's Champion Victoria has revealed that she has been invited to be a part of Survivor Series 2025 in San Diego. This is not just any appearance, the event holds special significance for her as it marks the anniversary of her very first championship victory. Victoria was a trailblazer, a key figure in a generation of women who fought tooth and nail for respect in the ring. Her return, in whatever capacity it may be, will be a genuinely emotional moment for fans who remember her ferocity and unique style. Victoria's return is a nod to the past, but WWE is also heavily invested in its future, and few new stars are shining brighter than Jacob Fatu. The Samoan werewolf has been making waves since his explosive debut, and he has a major supporter in the WWE champion himself. On his podcast, Cody Rhodes showered Fatu with praise, calling him a special talent and noting that everyone in the locker room is incredibly impressed with him. When the top guy in the company is singing your praises, you know you're on the right track. This endorsement from Rhodes is a massive vote of confidence in Fatu's abilities. The praise for Fatu doesn't stop with the champion. The special counsel, Paul Heyman, has gone on record calling Fatu a future WrestleMania main eventer. That is not a prediction Heyman makes lightly. WWE is backing up this belief with concrete actions, producing city-specific merchandise for Fatu. This is a practice typically reserved for the absolute biggest names in the company, like Cody Rhodes and John Cena. It's a clear signal that the machine is fully behind Jacob Fatu, positioning him not just as a member of the bloodline, but as a standalone superstar, destined for greatness in his own right. The rise of new talents like Fatu is what keeps the product fresh and exciting. It represents a changing of the guard, a new generation stepping up to carry the banner forward. While it's thrilling to celebrate returning legends like Victoria, the long-term health of WWE depends on its ability to create new stars. Jacob Fatu has all the tools, the look, the in-ring intensity, and the lineage. With the full support of the locker room and management, his ascent seems not just possible but inevitable. The future is here, and his name is Fatu. While Cody Rhodes is praising new talent, Drew McIntyre has a decidedly different, more critical take on the current state of the WWE roster. In a recent interview, McIntyre didn't hold back, reiterating his belief that some of today's superstars lack the physicality and toughness of previous eras. He even mentioned that his friends outside the business look at some of the roster and think they could beat them up. This is a harsh critique, but it's consistent with McIntyre's on-screen character, who sees himself as an old-school warrior in a world that has gone soft, a world he's determined to reshape in his image. McIntyre's criticism goes beyond just appearances. He also took aim at the mindset of some younger talent, claiming they are more inclined to listen to the noise on Twitter than to seek out advice from seasoned veterans in the locker room. This is a classic old guard versus new guard mentality. Drew believes that wisdom is earned through experience, not curated through social media likes. Whether you agree with him or not, his perspective highlights a generational divide within the industry and adds another layer of authenticity to his bitter, disgruntled persona. He sees a problem, and he is positioning himself as the brutal solution. Adding another veteran perspective to the conversation, the reigning World Heavyweight Champion Gunther recently spoke about the challenges facing new talent. On a podcast, the ring general pointed out that the reduced house show schedule under the TKO regime makes it difficult for younger superstars to get their reps in. He acknowledged that the grueling old schedule of non-televised live events was likely too much, but he also stressed their importance. Gunther believes that working in front of a live crowd night after night is the best way for wrestlers to hone their craft, experiment with their characters, and learn how to truly connect with an audience. Gunther's comments provide valuable insight into the developmental process of a WWE superstar. These non-televised shows are the laboratories where wrestlers perfect their timing, test new moves, and build the confidence needed to perform on Raw or SmackDown. Without as many of these opportunities, the learning curve becomes steeper. All these developments, from contract disputes and character shifts to critiques of the roster, paint a picture of a WWE in constant motion. The pieces are always moving, creating new challenges and exciting possibilities. What do you think will be the next big shakeup to define the road ahead?